be together and cool, but there was just fights every night. Mum was hardcore. I mean, they had to fight, they got into it. And then she's screaming and I was like freaking out. Like, don't hit Mum. And then Mum would come back with a big glass ashtray, smash Dad in the head, and then he's laid out on the floor with blood coming out his head. I'm like, oh, Dad's dead. That's the sort of things we saw growing up. Me and Ben would always be going at it with each other, smashing each other. And we learned martial arts as kids. Yeah, I was in Kung Fu when I was 5. They had to take me out of it because I started smashing all the grade 5s when I was in grade 1. Just thought I was Bruce Lee. See, my dad and my Uncle Willie had a jiu-jitsu school. And the first thing Uncle Willie taught us was all the pressure points. Temples, eyes, behind the ears, throat, up the nose, down the chin. And he's teaching us all these death strikes. Then he'd tell us in class, like, right, now what are you gonna do? You've just walked in, some bloke's raping your mother. Think about that. She's about to die. Now what are you gonna do to that bloke? And we'd be in our heads young going, I'm gonna kill him. And then they go, now spar. And then we'd go in there and fully spar. Dad was like, well, maybe we should ease up on the death strikes, hey? They are children, you know. But I took that to skating, and so did Ben.
Sure enough, like a week later, they're dropping in, Tuss is dropping in, Ben gets up, starts dropping in. They've gotten good really quick. They just did it for fun, how I did. We become good friends, me, Tuss and Ben.
It was sort of a really tight group and everyone bonded with each other who could skate and we're just complete pricks to other people who couldn't. So it was just that sort of mentality.
Do some fucking tricks. Why don't you get a fucking skateboard? That's the way. There you go.
Oh, look at it.
It's be slow. It's not good enough. Not fucking good enough. You're a wanker.
Let's go, man.
Everyone used to come back to my house and just all we did was just hang out in the lounge room and just watch videos. I also got really excited, like just by watching videos from the States, because that was it.
I used to just rock in and there was my brother and a couple of friends watching the videos.
My drive is just progression. It's just to be able to keep going on and doing new things.
To see what they could do, you know, I didn't think it was possible. It just blew my mind away.
That's all we watched and just recited songs from them and just had a laugh about what the skaters were saying.
How long have you been skating?
6 years.
When'd you start?
6 years ago.
The Americans had that sort of twang in their voice, like, hey, you used to sort of imitate that.
You're just flying around. It's like you're not even skating anymore, you're just flying around. Wasn't that Tony Magg's quote in one of the Hate Street videos?
It's like you're not skating anymore, you're just flying around.
All I cared about was Hate Street. New Gen style, Danny Way style. I remember being in my room going, that's it. I'm going to America, I'm gonna be the best, I wanna smash Hawk. I had these huge dreams.
You just realise that Australia just didn't have that same buzz. So to be a part of that US skate culture was our dream.
I was living with my dad during the week and we stayed with Mum on the weekends and
Mum moved to Clifton Hill, so the closest vert ramp was Northcote. That ramp was a lot bigger than Paran, and it was pretty much dead there, so we had the ramp to ourselves.
Sometimes these guys would rock up to the ramp in these two Porsches. I remember just tripping, like, who are these two? They saw me and Ben learning, and they fighting and learning, and who learned this, and I'll learn that better, I'll go higher here, and we were just battling. These guys just so happened to be, you know, the two brothers who had pretty much the biggest distributorship in Australia. We had no idea who they were either. Lucky we didn't get lippy to them, eh?
So if you were starting off from the beginning to learn skateboarding, is the book going to help you?
For sure. It also has a how to do section in it.
Well, Stephen and Peter Hill approached us at the ramp and said, hey, do you guys want to come into hardcore, which is now known as Globe? We'll give you some product and stuff. Like, I was expecting like a t-shirt, and we walked out of hardcore that day with so much shit. Like, I was just blown away. And from that day on, we were hooked up with the Hill Brothers and hardcore.
Me and Ben, we got sponsored. We couldn't exactly quite do things yet, but they thought we were going to be good.
Hi, Jerry Son here, and welcome to Melbourne's Festival Hall, where tonight, skaters from all over the world, including USA's #1 Christian Assoy and Sweden's Tony Magnusson, will compete against Australia's best.
The wheels are way more new than his. Better trucks, they're way stronger.
We have got the ultimate truck.
Going to the so shit, it's a joke.
It's independent.
Grip tape really chunky,
Independent
so
where
rip
it's
these
at.
fingers in pieces.
1989 ramp ride. They wanted us to go on it, and I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, you got, me and Ben, like, yeah, you got to let us go on tour around Australia. Someone from hardcore spoke to our parents, and the next thing you know, we're in the team van. And then we toured around Australia, seeing all this mayhem go down. We were staying in a hotel with 30-year-olds partying out of control.
We live to skate 100% of the time. When we travel, we skate. When we're at home, we skate.
Skating shouldn't be organized. It's like trying to, it's like trying to chain, a wild animal. It shouldn't be done.
They're all just coke-drinking maniacs with all these chicks. Well, naturally, that's what me and Ben saw as young kids, and we're like, oh, this is what skating's about. And you're like young going, yeah, these pros are cool. I'm gonna be a pro skater. What's that white shit they're sniffing? Oh, it makes you skate better? Get me tons of that. We'll do it. So that was our first taste of pro skateboarding.
I got into video just because so much stuff was happening at Paran. It was just really entertaining to actually watch people's reactions to themselves on video.
Why are you feeling all the time?
Apart from the skating, we're just basically hanging out doing what, your regular boys would do at that age.
Oh, look at that little baby. She's just asking for a root.
Nana. You wanna fuck? No, don't say that. Buzz will root you. No, I'm just asking for Buzz. He hasn't got the guts to.
And at the same time, you can see Tuss and Ben were getting really good. They were improving really quickly. They were doing new tricks that, in some respects, sort of better than some of the pros who are in the American videos.
shut up while I'm trying to skate. All right, fair enough.
Tuss was an in-your-face kind of guy, and his skating was the same. He'd just go for it. Always put together the hardest stuff back to back. And if he slammed, he slammed.
You know, if he couldn't make a trick, it was like, look out, heads, here's a board coming.
Fucking dick! Fucking homo! Fucking ass!
Benzo, so on that session we just watched today, what's your outcome, your response?
Well, nothing at all.
Ben was always different to Tuss, maybe because he was the younger brother. He was quite laid back, and he was just a bit more open-minded.
It was weak.
At the time, there was a big boom in street skating. It had its own energy, it had its own language. It was a new generation of kids taking all the old tricks and adding kick flips to create a whole new dynamic form of skating. Ben would come along and skate street with us and actually try these street tricks on the vertical, which was just unheard of.
Ben Pappas. Kick the Bindi revert.
Yep, do it.
After the heel flip.
No, try the varial. You're so fucking close to the varial.
The thing that was really amazing about Ben was he was just like completely natural. If you thought anything, he would do it.
Flip, kick, flip.
Oh, you'll never do it.
All right.
You're dreaming.
You know, obviously take time, but he would actually do it and then do it all the time, really easily. And that's when all that sort of vert and street mix was coming to power, I guess you could say.
He'd like to quote me, he's my brother. The movie Platoon, there was the war between Elias and Barnes. And he'd say, like, we skated like Barnes and Elias. Like, Elias was more free-flowing and stoned, and because Barnes was like, if the machine breaks down, we break down. So he just gets hammered and just makes things happen, and that's how Ben reckons I skated. Like, I'd roll in, try to do everything and land it or die, and he'd call it Barnesing it. And Ben was more flip perfect, and he was more the Elias, because he tried to be more understanding. We did everything together. We were inseparable.
Wait. Feel me? Yeah.
The scene was really sort of dead in Australia at that point.
Just feed it. Don't hurt it. Don't hurt it. I'm not gonna hurt it.
But it sort of brought us sort of closer together.
He's trying to attack me.
And Tuss and Ben both knew how to have a fun time.
Come on. Take it off.
Turn
close the Tuss.
I'm recording.
Close. Quick. Wait, close.
Hang on.
Did it work?
It's not.
You just got a big head in the eye.
Did it work? Nah.
Got it, Mongol?
Fuck him, White.
Tuss always had something new up his sleeve, you know. If it was causing mischief, he definitely wouldn't hold back.
Hold it upside down until the plastic starts burning. The bomb is gonna go out.
Little bogans, I suppose. That's what we did. We were always looking for a rush, trying to have fun.
Move. Fuck off. Get away from me. You're a fucking goober. Get away from me. Fucking don't hit me. Get away from me, idiot. You're a cunt. I promise I'll hit you again. Fuck you, Mongol. Yeah.
What kid doesn't have fun blowing up riders or smashing things or finding a stolen car in a paddock and smashing all the windows in it and setting it on fire? I mean, what little kid didn't enjoy that stuff? That's what everyone does, don't they? Didn't they?
Demo. And what do you think of the demo so far? It sucks. Why? Shit ramp. Is there any good looking chicks out there? Most of them are lizards. I suppose if you're fruit. How could you sum Sydney up with one word? Fuck.
It went sort of slack for a bit. Not much skating went down. And then that was when I made up my mind. I was 16, worked for a year and a half, saved up my money, jumped on a plane, vowing to myself, I have to go there and I have to beat Hawk.
Hello and welcome to the skate park of Tampa. I'll be your tour guide. My name's Bill. Welcome to the pro shop. We just refinished it. We got Fred over here, he's doing construction. We got Alan, park employee, and the Sandman.
The first time I met Tuss was in Tampa, Florida. They had a vert ramp in a warehouse where lots of people from all over the world would show up. It was not only a great place to skate, but it was a really fun place to party, and it was just kind of like a cool environment.
We lived in the skate park, behind the ramp. There was like the skate park, and then there was like, it was like office building type thing inside the warehouse. And we lived directly under the ramp in the Charlie Brown room. It was painted yellow with the black zigzag all the way around the room. It was a trippy room. Gave you really weird dreams in there.
He was a kid. I don't even know how you'd gather the kind of money it takes to get a plane ticket from Australia to fly all the way to the U.S. with nowhere to stay in sight, trying to chase a dream that, you know, doesn't seem very realistic. You get here, and if you're the new vert skater from Australia that shows up, nobody cares. Tuss came over here, and his skating was what put him on the map, period. It was like undeniable.
The level of skating there was mad. Everyone was just going off for the time, just bloody filming constantly. Everyone's there every day.
Onward to the ballroom. Mike Fraser and Mike Crum. What do you know?
It was full-blown mayhem. It was crazy, man. A lot of acid taking going down. Get sheets, you know, mini sheets of acid, and I just have acid all the time.
Madness and mayhem.
I filmed my whole part. All my tricks in the mad circle, let the horns blow, I was on acid. I got video part of the year. When I'd get on the acid, it's like everything just felt like I was moving well. And you know that Da Vinci painting where the guy's like this, and it's in the circle, there's all the numbers? I started feeling like him. Wanted to be able to do everything in a line at the end. I just thought the best thing is, like, imagine all these mad single tricks these guys have filmed, and then everyone thinks that's your video part done, and then at the end of your part, be able to do it all in one line.
The Mad Circle video really put him on the map because he was certainly the next guy that was changing what you thought was possible or how it was done on vert. There was one line that stood out that was like all the hardest tricks that no one had really ever seen, but put into one line. And rumor has it that that line was done on mushrooms as well, so it made it that much more iconic.
In that period when Tuss was in the States, Ben was preparing himself to be a world-class skater.
You guys are fucked.
He was filming all the time with me, hanging out, having fun, but also trying to do the best he could to prepare himself to go to America.
Start again. Shut up. Okay. Bunch of slack-jaw facts around here. This stuff make you goddamn central Tyrannosaurus. Just like me. I was 16, finished year 10, and went to the States. My brother was already over there because he finished school because he was 2 years older than me, so he was already in Tampa, Florida. So I flew over to Tampa, I met Tuss there.
Ben flew straight onto the scene like his brother.
What's your name?
Ben Pappas.
Where are you from?
Australia.
How old are you?
16.
And these guys were putting such a heavy hit on vert skating that it was just like unbelievable.
Me and my brother and this guy, Bo Turner, we would go to the skate park to go skate. And then seeing these dudes skate the vert ramp, like no one else have ever seen skate the vert ramp, like out of nowhere. Like, who the fuck are these guys? Like, oh, the Pappas brothers from Australia. Both those guys were, I'm gonna fucking make this trick, I don't give a shit. That was the mentality. When they were on it, it was like, dude, stand back and fucking watch some really, really good skateboarding.
Got onto the comp circuit. Being an outsider from another country, it was hard. You come up, you got to start doing stuff that's just obviously light years ahead, or way harder combos, which no one's even bothering to do.
Tuss went from a guy that was living in the skate park at Tampa to a guy that started to pick up like a bunch of really good sponsors. Ben as well during that had really stepped into that arena, just like, you know, Tuss, like they were both so fucking gnarly.
It took Ben a bit to get used to the pressure of the world stage, but once he did, he just started killing it. I never thought about the money. I was just enjoying going on tour and chicks and new best friends in every city. Like, yeah, it was fun.
Tuss Pappas, ready to go. He's a feisty one.
He's a feisty one.
As the comp circuit went on, I started realising how weird it was getting.
Tony Hawk.
All of a sudden, it's ESPN, and you got your Hawks playing it up to the camera, really going like full mainstream Brady Bunch type stuff.
It is skateboard vert, and it is Tony Hawk's turn.
Like some X Games, it was like X Games welcomes Tony Hawk. Like he was fully in there at ESPN. I think he married a chick from ESPN, and it's like he owned it. He's a pretty smart businessman, I'll give him that.
Tony Hawk, one of the greatest ever in this sport. He's got his own skateboard company. He's into videos. He even took a stab at directing in our ESPN truck.
Hey, I just have a question.
I thought, yeah, what is this? This isn't us. Skateboarding is about individuality. And they were taking that away.
Whoa, nice.
Is he going for something new?
Some of the stuff I saw, I remember just shaking my head, just going, wow, is this what skating has turned into?
We've seen that he can fly high. And here he goes, scooting across there. He's Tony, he's in the water! Takes the swim. And the crowd love that.
If you want to be a pro racer, where do you go? Indianapolis 500. You want to be an actor? You go to Hollywood. Want to be a model? Go to fucking New York.